store for you in this one. A top 10 showdown early in the season, a measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Huskies ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Sun Devils offense will get the first swing of the game. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, it doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Zings it complete to the right. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's think a second about Arizona State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy in. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. So the Washington Huskies offense will get the ball for the first time. RPO complete to open the drive. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Red pass, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands. It's Reinbold. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. To the air on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Trying play action. Complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Reinbold. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And defensively... Most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The Sun Devils come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw on third. Got it in the middle. It's Mahoney. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Back to pass. Swings it out to the flat. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Finds his man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down. They'll try the run. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reinbold. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Washington! Fitted in the window for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Leads it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll get rid of it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put him behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Mahoney. And they get him down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mahoney. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Beck's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. From the gun, the ground game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Reinbold. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there. Offense is feeling it. And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can...
Turning it on. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Reinbold. Wide open spaces. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got the quick pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got the back in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Quickly complete. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Grab near the sticks. It's Mahoney. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Makes the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on third down. Snagged out of the air. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that...
There he goes! And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got the first down. Looking for more. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, and all the visions and all the great things you anticipated happening for this fella, like in the first carry you put it on the deck, like that is a frustrating start, man. What a momentum swing in this game, too. Early fumble, early turnover to get this thing rolling.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're looking to throw on second and short. Pulls it in. Breaks into the open. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Mahoney. Makes the grab, and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Third down play from the gun. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Fourth down. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Going right to work up top. Catch in the middle, it's Rousseau. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Finds some fresh air. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Mills. On the move at the 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Huskies want to pick up the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Reinbold. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets bruised, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. One final play before the end of the quarter. Back to pass on second down. This one's complete. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
It'll be third and long. He wants to throw it again. Got his man downfield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
One guy up front loses his focus, and it leads to that sack. And it's unfortunate because they had all 11 guys on the same page.
He's going to let it go. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona State. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Going to sling it on second down. Pulls it in. It's Reinbold. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Sun Devils. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rousseau. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Motion from the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on third and long. Fires left. He makes a catch. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long, and under critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Sun Devils are marching down the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Sun Devils can really attack on this second and short. back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Mahoney. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. No reason to rush here. You want to be efficient, you want to finish the deal, but you might as well milk that clock.
100%. Make it tick. The clock is your friend. You've got the lead. You've got the football in good position. Hang on to it and milk that clock.
The give on the inside. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Wyoming was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Laramie. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Cowboys Nation, who will enjoy this win. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll start this drive with a pass. Connection to the right. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Mills. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Reinbold. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reinbold. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Gonna look downfield again. Rushes on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. This is now a 7-point game.
Step one, complete. You cut this to a one-possession game, but man, oh man, do you need some more things to go your way. Step two, we're going to have to kick an onside. No timeouts left. Can't waste clock. Got to get a little bit lucky and see if we can get our offense back on the field.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State. decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite him. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with a W.